What's up, everybody? It's Tony the Brick Whisperer coming back at you from the rec room. As you can see, nothing has changed. Still quite the wreck, but that's okay. It just means more work for me to get stuff together for hopefully a big trade, especially with Star Wars Day coming up, May the 4th. Can't wait. So, real quick, let's knock out the disclaimers. Lego has not given me nothing. Bricks and Minifigs Avondale, though I work there, has not given me nothing. I have zero sponsors aside from Mrs. Brick Whisperer, of course, who, for this particular video, I will be knocking out 5 builds for the price of 1 video. So, we can dive right into all of that. And later, after we are done discussing all of the builds, we will be discussing a very, very cool young man and how we might be able to help him out. I did get permission from his folks, so parental permission has been provided, and I will be naming off one business that has essentially given me permission to give them a shout out for said young man. But we'll get into that later. We're going to knock out, like I said, 5 builds. The first build is going to be Emmett's Peace Offering, set number 30340, originally released on the 1st of January of 2019 and retired at the end of that year, 31st of December. This was a poly bag, and it looks to have gone for about $5. Poly bag, quick build. And so because it's a quick build, and I mean crazy quick, 65 seconds it took me to build this thing. That was it. 65 seconds, done. I was about to start building it with the time lapse, but you'd blink and you'd miss it. The other poly bag is going to be set number 30581, the Tropical Parrot, released on the 1st of January of 2022, and like the previous, retired at the end of that year on the 31st of December with a recommended retail price of, I believe, again, $5. And again, I think this one might have been a gift with purchase or GWP. The Tropical Parrot, another quick build. I chose to go straight into building the Tropical Parrot right after I had built Emmett's Peace Offering, simply because they're poly bags. They're going to be quick. The Tropical Parrot did take me just under 5 minutes, so I mean, hey, it comes with 66 pieces, but you will see why it took me a little while, kind of a my bad type of situation, but we'll get into that. So here we go. All right, so as you can see, I have the Lego Builder app there on my tablet with the instructions for the Tropical Parrot. However, as much as I love the Lego Builder app, one thing that you won't tend to find are instructions for many other polybags. For example, Emmett's Peace Offering. So, you can just barely see the glow of my laptop there. I do have the instructions pulled up over there. Again, all of my instructions are in the garage in a tote. And you've seen the rec room. There is no way I'm getting that tote in here. Not going to happen. But one day, just happened to see that heart. I do believe that this is the very first Lego heart that I had bought from Mrs. Brick Whisperer. She loves it, and so it makes her happy. I'm happy. And as you can see, boom, I'm already almost done. Crazy, crazy quick. And what's crazy is I'm taking my time. You can see I'm not moving very fast. Boom. A little pound on the desk. Boom. Yeah, there it is. All right, now we're going to dive into the Tropical Parrot. So, in my opinion, this cute little guy right here looks very cartoony. I mean, look at him. Big old head, big old eyes. Unless he's an ostrich, brain bigger than his eyeball. But I think as I reflect, the reason why it looks like I'm going so, because believe me, I can build a whole lot faster than this. There's that part of me that says, usually when building with a time lapse, I want to slow it down just a little bit, and I think I'm starting to get accustomed to building at that pace. And this is that part that really slows it down. I realized it was missing some stuff. So you see all the bins of extra parts. Why not have this? So I pull out the two pieces and hey, whoa, wrong color. So yeah, I am either going to have to find the correct color and replace these parts, or Mrs. Brick Whisperer is probably just going to tell me, leave it. It makes it more colorful, gives some character, which that's fine too. I have no problem with that. So there you go. You got the brightly colored tail feathers. And I do believe that it is time to finish his back. So I liked how they used the slopes and such, kind of give it that organic look. But once we attach the head, come on, cartoony all the way. So getting this done, and as I was getting it built, Mrs. Brick Whisperer comes by the rec room, sees what I'm building. I couldn't help but laugh. She just looks over at me and goes, "Oh, building Pedro? Pedro? You named this parrot Pedro?" But, it's hers. If she chooses to name it, she chooses to name it. So here's kind of that thing I was talking about in a previous video. Don't remember which one. The with things being symmetrical. The wings, they are identical. They're just the mirror image of each other. So I tend to just skip the instructions or skip that part of the instructions anyway, and just get to building. It speeds things up, in my opinion. Works for some, doesn't work for all. Alright, so let's get these wings attached. Mrs. Brick Whisperer can worry about posing him later, however she chooses to have him resting on his perch, which I'm about to start. Now, one thing I have noticed, it was comical. I heard her sneezing the other day, and y'all have heard me kind of mimic her, mock her, whatever you wish to use, when I sit there and it's cute, just like she does. Well, she was sneezing. And at first, I didn't know if she was doing that high pitched, it's cute, or if she was sneezing. They sounded very similar. So I think from now on, whenever I hear her say, it's cute, I'm just going to look at her and say, bless you. Alright. Perch is just about done. Let's get this bad boy standing on it, so that Mrs. Brick Whisperer can find a spot for him in her office. So there is Emmett's peace offering. I love the fact that it's the play on words, because it's not Peace, it's Piece. From the Lego Movie. And you know what? I have not watched that movie since my children were very, very young. It's been a while. And so there it is, her very first heart that she is going to, more than likely, take to her office and add with the rest of the lovey-dovey stuff that she has. And there is Pedro, cartoony Pedro, sitting proudly on his perch. But I definitely love the colors of him, very reminiscent of the Scarlet Macaw. So hey, 2 down. We only got 3 more to go. And as far as Pedro goes, you know what? In my opinion, she can keep him. That's fine. She likes him. No problem. Because guess what? I've got mine. He's right here. And mine actually works. Just saying. All right. So moving on. We're going to dive into the... Whoa. Did not mean to knock over the microphone. About to dive into our next set. Set number 31133. The White Rabbit, which was originally released on the 1st of January 2023 and retired on 31st of December of 2024 with a recommended retail price of $20. But guess what? We are not building the White Rabbit. No, 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 no. We are building the parakeet. Excuse me. We are building the parakeet. There are plenty of times where Mrs. Brick Whisperer and I will send videos to each other to make each other laugh, and a number of times they will have birds in them. Typically, parakeets, lovebirds, cockatiels, the whole shebang. And the giggling the giggling fits that come about when she watches them is funny. So I had to get her the parakeet. I just had to. So I think she especially loves what I do with his the feathers that can be manipulated. So here we go. All right. See, now this time we're doing the time lapse. This build took me approximately 13 minutes. So, I mean, you get something that's under 5 minutes like that tropical parrot, blink and you're done, especially that 65-second build of the peace offering. So here we go. You already see the tail feathers already going up like he's getting ready to party. There's his head, and boom. Quick build, like I said, 13 minutes. And I mean, just look at him. He's already got the feathers already furled up. He looks like he is about to start headbanging to some music, which is something that I know gets Mrs. Brick Whisperer giggling every time. So another one down. Sometimes the time lapses do make things go a little quicker. Excellent. So hey, let's dive into build number 4. We are going to knock out the bird's nest. If I'm not mistaken, Mrs. Brick Whisperer saw this one day when we were going through Bricks and Minifigs Avondale. She saw it. She did that high-pitched sneeze, I'm cute, and next thing you know, here we go. We have it right here, set number 40639, originally released on the 1st of February of 2023, retired on the 31st of December 2024 with a recommended retail price of $13. Another cool little build. This one was quick. I got it done in approximately 25 minutes. We did have to take a break with this because, here today it is just storming, or at least it was. And we had to go take care of some things in the backyard. We were supposed to be having a pool dug in. That didn't happen, but we still had a pool. Fun times, believe me. So let's get this bird nest built. Here we go. So brand new in box. As you can see, I'm trying to get it all sorted as I go. Not to worry. Again, small set. We're looking at only 232 pieces. We're able to get it taken care of relatively quick as far as getting it organized, getting it built, everything. Now, there was one part where I was working on the wing. I thought that Lego did not send me the piece, and that's been a habit as of late. But turns out it was just folded up in the book. Now, one thing that I know Mrs. Brick Whisperer absolutely loves about this tiny little set are these guys. Look at these little chicks. She just loves them to death. She thinks they're so cute. And there's the mama bird keeping watch over her eggs. You got one chick right there screaming, probably hungry. And another one up to no good, looks like trying to leave the nest. How is that any different from real life? So she really liked the bird nest. let's see where it goes, whether in her office or in our bedroom. Only time will tell. And I'm sure it will move another 3 or 4 times before it finds its final home. So let's dive into the last build for the evening. We are jumping into the Succulents from the Botanical Series, set number 10309, originally released on the 1st of May 2022, and it has not retired yet, with a recommended retail price of $50. So the Succulents has been quite the conversation starter, if you will, here, because Mrs. Brick Whisperer loves all the rest of the Botanical Series that she has received. But at first, she did not like the Succulents. Then a few more sets had came out. Then she's seen the dried flowers. Nope, not a fan of the dried flowers. Okay, too easy, won't get it for you. And I think it wasn't until maybe, I don't know, a couple months after she had received the tiny plants, not from the previous video that we had done, from the very first time that I had built them for her, she kind of lightened up and start liking the succulent build. So she asked for it. I bought it for her from Brixton Minifigs Avondale, not a sponsor. But you see this little sticker right here? It means it's certified. That means we have gone through it. We made sure it has every correct color piece, minifig, if it applies to those particular sets. And we make sure it is bagged as if it was brand new, which you will see right now. So as you see, the Ziploc bags all bagged in the same manner in which you would find the books. Now I have the books right here with me. Let's see if I can call out the names of these builds. So that first one there, and I know I'm going to mess up these names, but that bright orange there is called the Orange Echeveria. If anybody knows the accurate pronunciation of these names, please let me know. Either come by the store or type it out phonetically. The second plant that I had just finished was an aloe plant, and we are finishing with a plant called Hens and Chickens. I have no idea how it got that name. I don't think it looks like hens and chickens at all. So as you see, I'm still sorting, getting it all taken care of, build it as I go. Now this first one, I have absolutely no idea what it's called. It is not in the book. I know Mrs. Brick Whisperer is probably going to love it because it has little Robin Hood hats for leaves. And I'm fairly certain that she is going to love this build right here because it is her favorite color. This would be the Lavender Echeveria. Sounds exotic. And on to this. Now let's face it, it's a cactus. If you're from Arizona, you should have no problem stating that this particular one's a moon cactus. And speaking of cacti, here shortly I will be getting the ball cactus built. And there it is. If you live in the desert, you've got to know some cactus, some cacti. Just have to. Kind of required. So this one, when I found out the name, this one kind of had me chuckling. This little plant right there, that was called the burro's tail. Now, I've seen many of burrows in my time. Never seen one with a tail like that. And last but not least, at first I thought this was a poinsettia. Nope, this is the red Echeveria. I am sure I have someone laughing hysterically because I'm sure that's not how you pronounce it. So there they are. Kind of did a bird's eye view on the turntable here because the orange Echeveria and that the ball cactus there are kind of hidden behind the hens and chickens and the red Echeveria. I'm going to laugh every time I now say that because I just think it's funny. But there they are, and I know she's going to add them with the rest of her plants. So I know she's going to love it. Alright, so all builds are done. All 5, one video. Mrs. Brick Whisperer is going to love them, which makes me happy. We got a handful more of hers to go. So we'll be able to get all these knocked out for Mrs. Brick Whisperer until some others pop up for her. Star Wars sets will come one day. Don't know when, but they will, I promise. Now, on to a very special young man. There is a customer that comes into my store, and here he is. Mr. Noah. This young man comes into the store sometimes, and he just loves running around. He loves having a good time, which is great for me because I love laughing and having a good time. But this young man, if you see that car right there, he had made that for Cub Scouts, and he had to come into Bricks and Minifigs Avondale to get some Lego parts for his car to race. Let's face it, the pirate theme is just phenomenal. Looks fantastic. And his car did great after he learned a very valuable lesson on wind resistance and drag. Yeah, that sail wasn't ideal for racing, but it definitely makes it look amazing. I will tell you that right now. It looks fantastic. So when he figured that lesson out, he took the sail off, and forgive me though, I know you told me. I don't know why I forgot. I know I want to say he came in first or second. He started just blowing past competition, which is awesome. I just don't remember what place he finished. I'm so sorry, guys. But you saw him there in his Cub Scout uniform, and he is selling these. Right there you see in his hand, those are his camp cards. I've got one right here, and so I want to encourage everybody to go to Shane's Rib Shack out at Westgate every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. Go see Troop 64, which is or Pack 64, excuse me. Go see Pack 64, which is Noah's pack. Buy one of these for $10. Help Noah and his pack go to camp this summer. I'm sure he's going to love it. There's a lot of great deals on the back here that you can just take your card here, go do what you do. A lot of cool things on here. So Noah, I hope people come out and support you and help you get to camp. So with all that being said, I got my word out to Noah. I've got those 5 builds built. Now all that's left to do is to edit this and get this out there for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Share this with your friends, your family, everybody you know that loves Lego. And hey, I'll see you when I see you. Have a good day.